everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today, Mark, we're diving into something pretty exciting, Zain KSA's digital transformation. And get this, they completed the whole thing in under 3 years. That seems incredibly fast, doesn't it?
Oh man, this is the cool part. 3 years for a complete digital overhaul? That's like building a spaceship in the time it takes most companies to decide on the paint color. Seriously though, it's a testament to their planning and, of course, their partnership with Netcracker.
Right? And it's not just about speed either. We're talking about a 50% reduction in product development and times customer line activation times. I mean, imagine the impact on customer satisfaction alone.
So basically what's happening is they've streamlined everything. New products get to market faster, customers get connected faster. It's a win-win now. And they used Netcracker's cloud-based BSS OSS platforms, which, okay, that sounds like jargon, but...
Hold up, can we break that down? BSS/OSS, for those of us who aren't fluent in telecom speak?
Yeah, good point. So BSS is business support systems. Think billing, customer relationship management, all that stuff. OSS is operations support systems. That's the network side, making sure everything's running smoothly. They've moved all of this to the cloud, which means it's more flexible, scalable, kind of like going from a paper map to GPS.
Okay, that makes sense. So a more modern, efficient system. And it's not just about internal improvements, right? This ties into something bigger. Saudi Vision 2030.
Exactly. This is where it gets even better. This whole transformation aligns with Saudi Arabia's national plan to build a digital economy. Zain KSA is basically helping to lay the groundwork for a more connected, tech-driven future for the entire country.
I've been thinking about this, and any transformation of this scale must have had its challenges. What about things like data security during the migration? That's always a huge concern.
You know, that's a great question. And while our core research doesn't spell out every detail, enhancing cybersecurity was a stated goal from the start. Think about it this way. When you're moving everything times to a new system, especially customer data, security has to be baked in from the beginning. It's not something you can just add on later.
That's a fair point. And what about the human element? We're talking about increased efficiency, automation. Did that lead to any job displacement?
Here's the thing about automation. It times leads to changes in job roles, but it also creates new opportunities. The research focuses on the positives, like improved services. It would be good to understand any reskilling or upskilling programs Zain KSA implemented, but it's fair to say their increased efficiency might translate to changes in jobs. We would need more data to comment concretely, though.
Okay, so looking ahead. They're not just stopping at better phone service, right? They're talking about Fintech, IoT, 5G. It's a whole new world of possibilities.
Oh man, this is where it gets really interesting. They're basically becoming a tech company that also happens to provide telecom services. Think about it. 5G enables so many things. Smart cities, connected devices, even advanced financial services. They're positioning themselves to be at the center of all that.
You know what this reminds me of? It's like they're building a platform, not just a pipeline. They're creating the infrastructure for all sorts of new services and innovations.
I was just reading about this and it's a trend we're seeing across the telecom industry, but Zain KSA is really pushing the boundaries. The 50% improvement in activation and development time is a real competitive advantage.
I can already hear our listeners thinking, okay, that's great for Zain, but what about me? What kind of feedback have they gotten from actual users?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? While we don't have specific customer surveys in this research, the faster activation times and new service offerings, those things usually translate to happier customers. I mean, who wouldn't want faster service and more options?
It's a good point. It's a strong indication, even if we don't have direct quotes. So wrapping up, this seems like a major success story, not just for Zain KSA, but for the broader digital landscape in Saudi Arabia.
And it sets the stage for even more innovation in the future. I'm excited to see what they do next. With this foundation, they can go in so many directions.